Welcome to episode 52 of Blue-Lusional. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
Things are still bad here. Let's get right into it.
Republicans know. They know. They know it's a wrap. They know they're going to get their ass beat. So they're running fake Democrats. Okay. So for anybody who's out there saying, oh, well, it's going to be all rigged in November. Why are they running fake Democrats? Okay. So in Nebraska, there is an independent running against whoever the Republican incumbent is for Nebraska Senate. So Dan Osborne is the independent that's running. Republicans got a fake Democrat. Okay. His name is William Osborne, or William Forbes. He is a triple trumper. He's been attending Republican leadership meetings, and the Republicans want him to run as a Democrat to confuse Democrat voters to vote for a Democrat instead of Dan, the independent, to take away votes from him. That's how they want to win, because they only win when they cheat and do sketchy ass shit to confuse people, right? So that happened. Keep your eyes out and look for that. We had per CNN. Oh, I already said that. The Supreme Court this week. The Supreme Court actually didn't do us dirty for once, which is crazy. Now, there was no decisions or anything made yet, but they heard oral arguments for the birthright citizenship executive order, basically trying to overturn birthright citizenship in a sense. Was a disaster for them. I'm almost positive that their appointed lawyer for the DOJ was told that very morning that they had a hearing with the Supreme Court to hear oral arguments, because he could not decide whether or not Native Americans would be considered as Americans to them. Native Americans. He didn't know. He said he'd have to review. So that's why I think they told him that the morning of. Also, fun fact, Neil Gorsuch, one of the extreme conservative judges on the Supreme Court, is like hyper advocate for Native Americans. So that's where that came from. Every single ruling he has ever made towards Native Americans on that Supreme Court has been in their favor, like strongly. So I guess they picked the wrong people. That was pretty funny. But they fucked us. In the same week they fucked us. They, in an 8-1 decision, they backed the challenge to conversion therapy. They ruled it as free speech, because the pastor, I believe it was, that was challenging it was stating that the type of conversion therapy that he was doing was only oral, which, come on. Let's be fucking real. So yeah, 8-1. They did that on Trans Visibility Day, just to fucking pour salt into the wound. This is extremely fucked up. This is something that we are going to have to fight for and redo all over once we get the House and the Senate back. So put that down on your to-do list, people. But for a small win during the week, a federal judge halted the construction for the ballroom, which Trump, he said the quiet part out loud because dementia's beating his ass, that it's not really a ballroom. It's, basically going to be a bunker, or he said the military was doing what have you with it. It's a military operation construction. Yeah, that's been halted. Now, people are getting confused because what the judge initially ruled on was that the construction can no longer be worked on unless Congress approves it or another federal judge overturns that ruling. Now, another federal judge did step in, and Associated Press's headline was misleading unless you actually read it. and it said, ballroom construction can continue or whatever the fuck. But if you actually read the article, it says that they can continue planning. So they can doodle. They can do their doodles on their papers. They can do their little blueprints. The construction cannot keep happening. They're not constructing. They're just doodling. They're just drawing whatever they want to put in the hole that they left in the White House. We're still in a government shutdown. It's back and forth. The Republicans initially caved. They said, okay, fine, we will fund all of DHS minus Border Patrol and ICE. And then Trump stepped in and said, no, I want to do it. It has to be me. I'm going to sign the order. So then the Senate said, no, we're not going to sign off on funding all of DHS except for ICE and Border Patrol. It's just funny because Trump said he's going to sign the order to fund them and he didn't fund them. Gasp. Trump didn't pay. He didn't pay people again. Wow. I for one am shocked.
Wow.
So that's just, I don't know. It's just going to keep going. But no SAVE Act still. SAVE Act's not getting passed, guys. Okay? That's the only time the Dems lock in. Okay? Anytime voting rights get attacked, you can bet that they're going to be like, all right, fine, we're going to do the thing that you guys want. Okay? Any other time, be scared. Voting rights being attacked, they're not going for it. Now, he signed an executive order again, okay? Now, before I even go into any of that, executive orders, they're not laws, they're not bills. It's a wish list. It's wish magic, okay? And if government officials just so happen to see it come across their desk and they feel like they should implement said executive order, they can. But if not, they can wipe their ass with it and move on about their day. So he signed an executive order. He wanted to uphold or redo mail-in ballots. He wanted the Secretary of DHS to compile a list along with the Social Security Service of all of the voters. I want a list of all the voters, and I want to go to all the local state election officials, because that's who your mail-in ballots come from, right? And we want to say, hey, now this isn't what they said, but this is how it would work, because there are things that are already in place. So they would have to come in with their list and say, okay, here are the people that we don't want you to give mail-in ballots. So you go tell the United States Postal Service that these people are illegal or whatever made up designation that we give them, and you're not going to send them mail-in ballots. To which every state would be like, no, go fuck yourself. We already have a process that we're doing. You can't come in 8 months before a general election and just start tinkering with shit. That's not how this works. Okay. So everybody said, oh my God, this is it. It's over. Like, he did it. He finally did it. We're done, guys. We're cooked the same way that he signed all those other executive orders.
And we were
cooked. They immediately got struck down, and it was over, and it was the end, and we were cooked, and we can't vote anymore. Okay? Because we've been keeping track of them. I have multiple videos where I go over every single time that he did a voting executive order, and it did not go through. But you guys refuse to accept that these things are not going to work. I don't get it. You guys say you have pattern recognition. I don't think you do. You're lying. So, just like I said, that executive order is now in front of the federal judge who took down the last mail-in ballot executive order. So, it's not going to go anywhere. I said it's not going to go anywhere. And you said, well, he's going to do whatever. Well, you just don't. No one's trying to stop him. This time is different. Nobody's trying to stop him. Meanwhile, he got stopped every single time he tried this. Every time he tried it, it got stopped. So stop. Just stop. Just stop doom fantasizing. All right. I don't know if you guys are getting off on it. I don't know.
At this point, I have to imagine that you guys want the worst thing to happen. And
you want it.
I don't know if it's because you guys want it so that you can say, look, MAGA, look how terrible he is. I don't know if that is what you want out of it. Why would you want the bad thing to happen? Why won't you guys just go vote? like we're telling you to, we can win back the House and the Senate, and the bad things don't have to happen.
It's like you're trying to find reasons to tap out. Like, oh well, oh, damn it, he did it. He signed the executive order. I guess we can't vote now. No, guys, you can still do it. We've been doing it all year, and the Dems have been winning elections for
Yeah.
like a year straight. I don't know if you've heard.
Because then you're going to show up, your primary is going to happen, and then you're going to go, wait, I thought these were canceled, so I didn't look into any of the candidates, so I'm
Mm-hmm.
here on election day, and I actually don't know who to vote for.
Oh, because I was listening to people in the comments. I was listening to people who were saying that midterms were going to be canceled. You guys are going to be in the voting booth picking your candidate, and you're going to say the midterms are going to be canceled any second. Here it
Oh,
comes,
you're filling
here
with
it comes. As you're filling, you're going to be like, they're going to do something any second
It's
now,
like the
any
scene from
minute.
SpongeBob when he's putting the dollar bill into the machine and the bus is leaving. He's going, not even putting the dollar, he's like trying to take the candy out and the bus is starting to leave. That's going to be
That's
you guys
exactly what's
trying to
going
put your ballot into the machine.
Mm-hmm.
You're
And then the bus is going to leave.
checking Aaron Parnas.
We have some breaking news here. Donald Trump has canceled the midterm elections. I knew it.
I just put in my mail-in ballot into the machine. I knew this would happen.
I knew this was going to happen. I knew it. Devin and Casey, I knew it. You guys are wrong. He canceled them.
Guys,
We told you he could.
You have our full approval. You have our blessing to go to our page and yell at us. Absolutely. If
Yeah.
he cancels all of the elections, please come to our page and point the finger back at us.
Yeah.
I'll wait. I'll be patiently waiting.
Yep. When it happens, come tell us. Tell us when it happens, okay?
But while we're waiting, maybe we should go to vote.org and check your voter registration and look into the candidates.
Yeah.
Just in case they don't get canceled.
Just in case.
We always prepare for the worst.
All right.
Let's prepare for the best case scenario.
In case they don't get canceled, guys. We never know. We just might be able to vote.
We just might have these elections and they just might go in our favor. And I'm just throwing it out there because I don't know, the past couple weeks they have. So just a thought. And another breaking news from this week that I'm sure you all know about. Scam Bondi got the good old boot. She had to get her boot scooting out of there. Get the fuck out. Yeah. Here's the thing, guys. She is not loyal. You guys were like, she was the most loyal one out of all of them. No, the fuck she wasn't. Christy Nolan wasn't loyal. She threw him under the bus multiple times. She threw him under the bus last, like, May or June when the judge was like, why did you send that plane to El Salvador? Told you not to. And she said, Trump told me not to listen to you guys. So I did it. Like, Pam Bondi, I have the files. They're on my desk. The files don't exist. Let me redact his name. Let me, not redact his name, actually. I'm going to release all of these files that actually have his name on it that I should have redacted and get myself in trouble. And then I'm going to be mean girls at my hearing and not answer any questions. I'm going to make myself look worse. And then I'm going to give Eric Swalwell some insider info and documents. I'm really loyal. No, these people aren't loyal. It just so happens they're all women. Of course, he wants to fire the women, but he is getting rid of the people who are actually not as loyal to him as he needs them to be. He's a narcissist. He truly thinks that getting rid of these people is going to make him look good. So after that hearing and knowing that she's going to have to, under oath, she has a subpoena to show up to testify only about the Epstein files, he said, you gotta go. So he invited her over, got her in his motorcade, drove her around the premise of the White House, and fired her. And then said, when this car parks, you're gonna get out, you're gonna walk up to the press, because they already know I already used True Social date. You're gonna walk up to the press, and you are gonna be grateful. And we watched this happen in real time, guys. There is literal footage of him driving her around, not him driving, but being driven around, firing her, pulling up to the White House, her getting out and giving a statement. Social media is great. She was apparently begging to keep her job. oh my God,
Daddy, please.
Daddy, please don't fire me. And he was like, mm-mm. He did what he did with Christy. He's gonna find her another job, get her then somewhere. And then the DOJ immediately took her picture and tossed that shit in the trash. Not even, not even 24 hours. That's in pieces. It was in pieces.
There's photos.
There's photos of it. Please look it up. It's very funny. The drama of it all. Immediately after this, Representative Garcia put out a statement saying, "Hi, that subpoena still stands.
Remember us?
We're legally bound to this hearing on the 14th. We will see you there." Ex cabinet member Pam Bondi.
Hey, big head. Still coming over on the 14th.
Even James Comer was like, "Yeah, you're gonna have to show up. Sorry." So she still has to show up. And I don't think Trump took that into consideration when he was firing her. I truly believe this man thought that if he fired her, that the House would be like, she's not in charge anymore, so she doesn't have to come. So Pam, you have an opportunity to do the funniest thing.
All you have to do is just,
All you have to do is
it was him.
bring those files. I know you have them, girl.
She won't.
You won't. Pussy. But yeah, she's gone. Basically, he's gonna keep trying to do this. Nobody be shocked. He is so scared at this point. I don't know if you guys are noticing the walls closing in around him. But one thing about a narcissist is they are never going to put it on themselves. So she's not the only one. Her and Kristi Noem are not going to be the only one. Pretty sure Tulsi Gabbard's going to be next. Howard Lutnick's going to be out the door. Kash Patel, Army Secretary Dan Driscoll. They're all on the chopping block. We're going to watch a mass exodus out of the cabinet. The thing is, it's not going to change anything because it didn't change anything with Kristi Noem. They got rid of her and people are still upset. It didn't change with Pam Bondi because he put, oh my God, what's his face?
Todd Blanche.
Yes, Todd Blanche in his place. And Todd Blanche immediately went on Fox News and said, "I'm not releasing any more files. I'm not talking to anyone about the files. I'm not doing anything with these files. Shut the fuck up about these files." And everyone was like, so now they're mad at Trump because they're like, why the fuck would you pick him? They were mad just because he's a Democrat. Didn't even matter. And then he went on and he said that on Fox News, and everyone was like, so he's the same thing. It's the same thing,
But worse.
but worse. So it didn't help him at all. But he's gonna keep doing it. He's probably gonna get rid of Tulsi Gabbard. He's gonna probably put somebody stupid.
Oh, Tulsi's got 30 minutes.
Kash Patel, start packing.
I'm shocked he made it this long.
Yeah, and everybody's already saying get rid of Kash Patel and put Ron DeSantis in his place. Like, people are trying to give him ideas, and he won't take any of the ideas.
Stop giving them ideas, guys.
It's not going to help because at the end of the day, MAGA is falling apart. They can afford to put gas in their car. Now it's affecting them. We said the FAFO was going to happen. We are in the FAFO. They didn't want the wars in the Middle East. They didn't want the economy to be in such terrible of a state. This is bad. Gas at an all-time high since the pandemic.
They didn't vote for this.
They didn't vote for this. They didn't. And they're all on X being like, I didn't vote for this. I didn't vote for this. And so the walls are closing in. He's going to try and get rid of everybody else. And you know what? I hope in his brain he thinks that works all the way through November. Fire them all. You can run, you can't hide, bitch. Trying to run to Argentina while you can.
Yeah. History repeats itself, huh?
So just don't be surprised if next week there's another one and another one and another one.
Tulsi, you're up.
Tulsi and Kash Patel. But speaking of the economy, Trump basically wants to turn this into a war type economy in 2027. He is pretty much cutting all of the social safety nets to fund this war that he swears was only going to last another 2 weeks, guys. Just give him 2 weeks. Okay? He's seeking $1 trillion for for this war that's only going to last 2 weeks.
We already won. We already won the
4
war like
times.
5 times.
Yeah. We are almost over at this point. $4 trillion in debt. So it's really winning here. What's another
What's
one?
another? What's another?
1 trillion. What do you need to do with that 1 trillion? What do you
Yeah.
gotta do with it?
Hmm.
Yeah, that's happening. And then he also was asking once again to open up Alcatraz, and he's gonna need 152 million to do that.
Forewarning, do not get shocked when the money gets approved by Congress because the Republicans have a House majority. You know why? Because you guys wanted to fuck around and you
Yeah.
didn't want to vote.
Guys, you cannot
Okay.
be surprised when anything passes the House for the next 7 months. It's always
Okay.
gonna pass in the House. It's the
Always.
Senate where it might get held up. It will always pass in the House. You guys gotta start.
Always.
We cannot be shocked anymore when breaking news, this is passed in the House. Of course it did. Of
Because
fucking
you guys
course
don't
it did.
know how a bill works.
And then you're like scrambling and it's like, guys, it's gonna pass. Don't
Oh my God.
We're all
It
about
fucking
calling your reps.
bloody-
Your rep should hear from you. That's what you pay for. You pay them to answer your phone calls. You
Yeah.
should. But the scramble to get something not to pass in a House is just, at this point, redundant.
It's gonna pass.
It's going to pass in the House. Focus on the Senate and go
Yeah.
out and fucking vote in
Yeah.
November. So, yeah, don't be surprised when that passes in the House.
He's gonna get it.
He's going to,
He's gonna get it. He's gonna get it.
So,
Okay.
we'll be 5 trillion in debt.
Amazing.
Greatest country in the world.
Insolvent.
Eagle screech. Perfect. And while you guys are screaming that nobody's doing anything, none of the judges are doing anything, we're cooked, everybody's just letting him do whatever he wants, he gets away with everything. Let me tell you once again, I have a federal judge that blocks some shit he was trying to do. Trump doesn't want the media to be able to speak anymore unless he likes that media. So he wants to defund NPR and OBS. And a federal judge said, get fucked. That goes against the First Amendment, and it is just you targeting media outlets that don't agree with your administration. So, no. Blocked. So, judges are doing things. You guys just don't pay attention to that because while that's happening, you're over here screaming that the elections are canceled. So, you don't see this.
You don't know how the law works.
But some things that we do need to be concerned about. Let's go into an ICE update. ICE agents are being stationed and checking IDs at the Marine Corps graduation ceremony in California that they trained for 13 weeks, mind you, trained for 13 weeks to defend this country. And families didn't come celebrate because we have masked agents going to their ceremony, even though they try to tell them, we're not going to arrest anyone. We're just going to take down all your information because you have to show your ID for our database. Mind you, I just want to point out that the Coast Guard had a ceremony on the same day. Agents weren't there. You want to know what the difference is? I'll tell you. The Marine Corps has the highest number of Hispanic enlistees. They don't even hide it. They don't even hide it. They said, just go to the Marine Corps one. Don't go to the Coast Guard one.
Just go get those Hispanics.
Yeah. Those are things you guys aren't paying attention to. Not paying attention to it. Yeah, that crosses a huge line. And now I imagine not only is the amount of people enlisting going to go down just because of Iran, but the amount enlisting is probably going to go down because of this as well. Because what the fuck? It's like such an honor to be asked to go to a ceremony of somebody who trained 13 weeks to defend this country, even though I have my thoughts. We all know about my thoughts about all this. But I'm just saying, like MAGA would be like, how dare you not let me go to my person's graduation ceremony? Like MAGA, you would be full on Karens at this graduation ceremony. So what makes it different? This makes it different. Another person has died in ICE custody. I believe this marks the 14th or 15th person who has died in ICE custody that we know about. Jose Guadalupe Ramos died in California's Adelanto ICE facility on March 25th. They are reporting that he was found unresponsive in his bunk bed.
Right.
And that's it. That's all they gave. That's it. And his family urged the Mexican consulate to pursue legal action, to which the president of Mexico said, bet, yes, we will be launching an investigation of our own. And if we think that anything happened, we will be seeking legal action. Claudia is not playing around. Mind you, that was the only statement we got. Found unresponsive in his bunk bed. 2-year-old Khalif, 2 years old, had not eaten in 11 days at the Dili Detention Center. I am sure you've all heard of the Dili Detention Center. The detention center, like all of them, that should be shut down immediately, but this is a detention center where they are giving reports that the food is like, you can't eat it. It has worms, it has mold, it is disgusting. So this 2-year-old hadn't eaten in 11 days. Mind you, after 10 days of a toddler not eating, their body quite literally starts to shut down. Organs shut down. And so he was vomiting, he had a fever, he had trouble sleeping, and his mother was pleading with them, and they told her that it was just mental. He just didn't want to eat, and that's not their problem. That he didn't want to eat the food. So large creators and celebrities like Miss Rachel found out about this and used their platform to say, everyone, this is urgent. You all need to call in, call your reps. We need to get a lot of people on this and bring this a lot of attention. And it worked because 2 days later, they released him and his mother. And I am so grateful and so happy that somebody as big as Miss Rachel was able to get a hold of the story, and thank God. But then the flip side of this is that he is not the only child in Dili Detention Center. There are hundreds of children in Dili Detention Center, and we only get to know things that are being publicized. How many other children are in the same situation? How many children are going on day 6 of not eating? And we are not going to know about it. You know what I mean? Like, this is the issue, is that we can't just fight this case by case. This detention center needs to be shut down. The
Period.
focus shouldn't be on waiting for another case like
Yeah.
this. The focus should be on shutting this detention center down. We have been able to get detention centers shut down in the past. Alligator Alcatraz, shut down. But I think we are all becoming a bit too complacent
Yeah.
when it comes to ICE now. I'm not seeing a lot of coverage online. I'm just not seeing a lot of anything.
A lot of suppression too.
Like like I don't know, guys. The internet's starting to normalize this, and
Mm-hmm.
we all know what happens when that happens.
Yeah.
So I would urge everyone to start paying attention, and you need to actively look this stuff up. It's not going to be You're not going to turn on local CNN station and have this playing. You're going to have to start going on ground news, not even AP news. Like, I'm talking smaller. You're going to have to search up certain keywords. Like, I have to go online and search up like ICE detention center and just see what news pops up from all over, local news,
You're
and see.
barely gonna see it on TikTok. No.
You're barely going to see it on TikTok unless a larger creator is able to pick up the story.
Yeah.
They already
And
supported
that's
it.
and that's if it gets into the algorithm.
Yes, because most creators like us that have under PK can barely hit 1,000 views right now. So now more than ever, you need to be your own advocate, and you need to be actively searching for these things, and that you need to be doing something about it. And a lot of you, 8 million of you showed up at No Kings protests. And this is where I say that a lot of this shit's performative to me. That you guys go out and you stand on the street and then you go live your life where
It's not about
it needs to leave No Kings. It has to leave No Kings. It's not just about going to these protests and standing in the street and showing numbers. You actually have to do shit outside of that. That's my hot take. That a lot of you are performative on Saturdays every 6 months.
but you won't strike.
You won't general strike. You won't call your reps. You won't go out and look for cases like this and get involved. A lot of you won't live near a detention center and won't go there and protest every Saturday.
You just want to hoot and holler for a little bit and then go home.
It's my hot take.
Well, let's talk about the war. It's bad. Italy, they refuse the U.S. to request for their aircraft and base in Italy. So more people telling the United States to get fucked. This one was weird. Trump threatened to pull weapon shipments and support for Ukraine unless the European countries basically decided to participate in this war and help open up the Strait of Hormuz. Trump is threatening to stop aiding Ukraine if the European, because remember the EU, they love Zelensky now because Trump and JD were bullying him that one time, and they were like, "Oh no, this isn't gonna fly. We're with him now." Yeah, so he was like, "That's your boy. Okay, we're gonna stop helping him in that war with Putin unless you guys come help with my war." Doesn't seem like someone who has it all figured out to me. This one is something you guys are not going to feel immediately, but you're going to feel it eventually. Shout out to Caress. This is where I saw this. So Teva Pharmaceutical, they were bombed by Iran. This is the largest generic drug manufacturing company in the world. They manufacture opiates like Adderall. 1 in every 6 generic prescription drugs filled in the U.S. is manufactured at Teva. They blew the whole shit up. Like it's done. Like they blew the bitch up. So those generic brand prescriptions that you guys get, I hope and pray that you don't show up at Walgreens or CVS one day and say, "I'm coming to pick up my prescription," and they say, "What
You
prescription?"
won't have that. And then you're gonna wear
And
it,
that,
and then they're gonna say it was blown up.
mm-hmm. Yeah, so MAGA, I know since you guys, you also love to have the same diet as Dear Leader, I'm sure you got some shit that you pick up on the weekly or monthly.
Trump already
So,
can help you.
yeah, maybe. We'll see. So then when you show up to that window to say you're picking your shit up and they say, "Oh, we can't fill it right now. The where it gets manufactured got blown up." Well, blown up by who? By Iran in the war. And then you're going to say, "Well, I didn't vote for that." He did, because elections have consequences. Okay. Speaking of, the billionaires are starting to feel those consequences. Iran has targeted Oracle and AWS, that's Amazon Web Services, in the UAE and Bahrain. They were able to shoot down 2 fighter jets. Now, to my knowledge, from what I'm not going to say our president, what your guys' president said, all of their capabilities were destroyed.
Yeah,
They don't have any navy. They don't have any weaponry. We won the war
they don't
like
even have
4 different
radar.
times. They don't have radar. They have nothing, but damn. So last week they were able to hit an invisible jet, and then they hit 2 more fighter jets this week. Yeah, interesting. So after that, the 2 pilots of those fighters had to eject. There was a $60K bounty put on their heads by Iran. They told their people, "Hey, if you find them, bring them to us. Okay. You guys can participate too in this shit because you guys are on that."
Them.
They went to look.
Video, like an army storming into the.
They're not playing games. Here's the thing, though, that's fucking me up. The information's not flowing the way it should right now, and it's actually pretty scary. And it's fucking me up because I don't know if I should believe it. So, according to our American, journalists, media, the 2 pilots have been found. They have been found, according to our sources. But if you were to go to Iran sources, they said no, they didn't find those guys. And the bad part about that too is that a lot of people here, we already don't believe our government. We don't believe our media. So what is it? That's where I'm at. What is it? I guess I'm going to have to choose to believe that they were rescued. I don't know. We'll see. I hope they are, because it's a fucking waste to have these people die for no reason.
Yep. And like we said, it is not a coincidence that Trump has this address, last minute address to the nation, where he says we've completely desolated Iran. They have no nuclear capabilities. They don't even have a radar. They are nothing. They are taken to the streets. They're going to take their country back. We're going to be in there like 2 more weeks, get what we need to get, accomplish our goals that he didn't list, and we'll be on out of there. And it's no coincidence that a day later, Iran was like, let's shoot down a plane, because they said we didn't have radar. They said we didn't
Watch
even have
this.
ammunition. Watch this real quick. Boom, boom, boom.
They said, oh, you thought Israel was the only one with an Iron Dome?
And then you guys are like, that must have been a lucky shot, because they don't have radar, because Trump told us they don't have radar, right?
They had 3 lucky shots in 2 weeks on aircrafts that cost upwards of 90 million. Okay, guys, let's fucking live in reality for a second. Benjamin Netanyahu has been saying that Iran is so close to having a nuclear bomb since before we were born. Okay, you think these people were sitting around waiting to get fucked up? No. They were like, these people are gonna come for us. They're eventually going to find a bunch of voters who are stupid enough to vote for somebody stupid enough that will listen to Netanyahu, that will attack Iran. We have to get fucking ready. They're gonna come for us. And they did. And now look at what they're doing. They're fucking our shit up. They're going full on belt to ass. That is why now they're saying, fuck your peace treaty. Okay? We don't want it. We knew you guys were coming. You guys were talking all that hot shit. You're putting all out your tweets, your true social posts. Fine then. Let's do it. V1. Fuck it. We don't care. We don't have anything else to lose. You killed our supreme leader. And then you killed the supreme leader's, the rest of his family. You made Iranian John Wick. They don't have anything else left to lose. Yeah, they're going to shoot shit down. Yeah, they're going to attack Oracle and Amazon Web Services and fucking pharmaceuticals. This isn't a game for them. They're not just going to bend over and take it. They severely underestimated that. No fucking plan. No fucking plan whatsoever. And so yeah, they deny 2 ceasefires. They literally want the smoke. They're ready. And then to cap all of that off, this morning, happy Easter, everyone. Donald Trump lie social post. Open up the strait, you crazy bastards, or you're gonna live in hell.
He said, open the fucking strait.
Praise be Allah. Huh? Praise be Allah.
Now, first of all, you can't tell me that Stephen Miller didn't draft that bitch up this morning.
Yeah, it wasn't in all caps.
Here's the thing. We know him like the back of our hand. If that was Trump, it would have been in all caps. Words would have been spelled wrong. And it would have been Happy Easter, except for Iran that won't open the strait.
Except the
strait would have been spelled with the G. And then he
I was waiting for that.
Lunatics that love Iran.
I was waiting for that tweet this morning. Happy Easter to everyone except.
It was short, it was sweet, it was lowercase, and it was.
I was like, oh, this is
completely unhinged.
That's
the praise be to Allah is Stephen Miller. Okay, that was him.
Crazy work.
It doesn't make it any better, but all I'm saying is it was him.
Yeah. So yeah, and then now you MAGA guys, you're confused. Oh well, why is he saying this? I didn't vote. Yes, you did. Yes, the fuck you did.
Yes, you did.
We told you that's what you were going to be voting for, and you said no. Something eggs gas is too high. Well, now what?
Head on over, local enlistment office. Let's go.
Take your katanas and your fucking axes. Go.
Or you guys could do what you're best known for, do another January 6th. Go in his White House and find him.
All of a sudden you guys are pussy? Now you guys can't fucking overthrow the government?
You think he loves you and he's going to listen to you? Go there and make him talk to you.
I was listening to Parker's live earlier today too. They're not happy. Oh, it pissed me off. He's starting to lose me. Starting.
I don't know. That praise be to Allah really had me thinking something's not right with this guy. This isn't my president.
When we get the House back, 10-year ban on Republicans voting. I don't want it. I don't want Republicans voting anymore. We're going to get into an example why.
If you're whoever that bitch was that woke up and her husband got taken, and now she's trying. Who is she? That girl.
Who?
The one that is trying to like deconstruct online and got upset that we
Carter?
didn't accept her. Yeah. Even if you're fucking Carter, whatever her name is, you're banned. You're banned.
You can't vote. You guys are liabilities. You're liabilities. You have a mental illness. You guys have a mental illness. There's something like very deeply wrong with you that you're so racist that you said, you know what? Maybe it's all right if we destroy our country.
Yeah, you guys.
As long as it hurts brown people.
No more social media. No more Wi-Fi.
No.
You actually all have to go back to school and get you need to redo history.
Civics. I want a poll tax. I want civics tests before
civics tests.
You know what? We want to fucking fuck with voter rolls. I want the voter rolls. I want every Republican to take a civics test and re-register to vote. That's my SAVE Act. I want all the Republicans to re-register. And I want you to take a civics test. And if you don't pass the civics test, you can't vote. You'll all fail. All of you will fail. That's how I get my 10-year ban.
Again, I say if I pulled out a map right now and I asked you guys to point to where Iran is, you wouldn't know where it was.
Oh.
You guys didn't know where Greenland was. You don't know where Iran is. You might get Russia because it's big and you might get lucky pointing it out. But that's all I'm giving you.
This is going door to door. I want door to door. Hey, did you vote for Donald Trump in the 2024 election? Oh, you did? Okay, I'm going to need that driver's license.
Yeah, not today.
Get in the car. Get in the unmarked van.
Get in the van.
Get in the fucking van. Zip tied.
Mm-hmm. Let's end with yes, that really did happen. We're making up for the past couple of weeks where there was not some funny stuff.
There was nothing. Shit wasn't funny.
It was really sad. Well, wouldn't you know, Kristi Noem's husband that she's cheating on likes to wear big fake titties. And for some reason, MAGA took that and found any way they could to flip this back on us. And then said, my God, the leftist lunatics who love trans are making fun of the guy who likes to cross-dress. Y'all aren't inclusive.
Isn't this? What
does it matter what he does in his free time?
Hey, I'm okay if Brian Noem wants to wear big fake titties. The problem is that his wife and all of her friends don't like it when people want to wear fake titties.
It's the irony, really. That's funny.
So we're gonna make fun of him for being a hypocrite, not because he's wearing big fake titties.
No, you rock those big fake titties.
Crooked ass titties.
Yeah, the execution
nipple all to the side and shit.
Wearing the titties, not the best, but
terrible.
Go off. All right, live your life, live your truth. The problem is your wife doesn't want you to live your truth. And
although she had to know.
Is that your wife is asking for privacy at this time when she doesn't give privacy to literally anyone.
Literally anybody
who steps foot in this country.
No privacy for you.
No privacy for you, Kristi. No.
She knew. She knew he was wearing those titties. You can't hide those.
26 is not your year, girly pop. It's not your year.
She was pegging that man for sure.
It's just crazy. These are the people the white Christian nationalists want you to look up to. It's
always them.
Who's having an affair with somebody beneath her at her job while her husband is home wearing fake titties.
Bimbo kink.
Something tells me that That might be some of the reasons she got fired.
They
Guys,
saw the
the
pics.
titty pics. They found the titty pics. We gotta get rid of her. We can't have that. Christy.
Brian, live your truth, baby girl.
Yep. Brian, start talking. Start talking, Brian. Start talking. We're inclusive over here. We'll let you on. Come on the podcast.
Bill.
You can wear the fake titties.
Yeah. It's
Hell
cool.
yeah.
We're
Cool
inclusive
over here. Cool over here. Apparently
You can wear
not
your
cool.
crooked ass.
Not cool over there. Is what it is. Trump said, "You guys wanted daycare? Wait, you guys want Medicaid? Medicare? No, no, no. We're so busy winning. We're winning. And we have too many things to win over here. So you're just going to have to go to the state and get that with the state. That's going to go through the state. So good luck in Kentucky getting daycare." I never said I would do that.
Even though he literally did.
Daycare? You should be home with your kids. Why is your wife working? Oh, because you guys can't afford groceries.
Why don't you have a second job?
Then you should work harder and be winning like we are.
Pull yourself up by the bootstraps.
Come on now. Ask the
Ugh.
kids for money. God, stop asking me for money.
God, it's not like I'm the president or something.
Leave that up to the states. You know, there would be some great states that are already doing this. That would be Minnesota.
Huh.
The state needs
Huh.
so much.
Huh.
Hmm.
Huh.
It's just the irony of it all. It really is. You guys had a lot of issues with daycares in Minnesota.
Huh. I just want to shake.
And yeah, Trump said the thing out loud. He said that, "Hey, Erica, you should sue Drewski." Okay, I know you're not going to say it. I'm going to say it. Sue Drewski's ass. And you know what that means, guys? That means we're getting to them. We are getting to them. A Drewski skit made it all the way to Trump to where he couldn't even stand in front of Erica while he's giving an address that has nothing to do with her. And he went off script to say that. He couldn't even contain it. And I know the camera didn't pan to her. They know better. But I know she was sitting there like, "Girl, why are you there? The speech had nothing to do with you."
I think she has a humiliation kink.
Showing up where you're not wanted.
Always.
Yeah. This has now prompted all the white Christian nationalist men to say, "We're going to do blackface."
Logan Paul? Which one was it? Or the other one?
Jake Paul, Theo
Doing
Vaughn. They said they're only going to do it if one of their black friends says it's okay.
We need some black support. Because that's what you guys love to do. You love to say, well, my one black friend, oh, well, this one black guy agreed with me that one time. So that's,
Candace
you guys
Owens
should
said it was
all,
okay.
yeah, like the same way you guys are doing with, oh, well, Jasmine Crockett saying you have to vote for James. So you guys love to do that.
See how that ends. See how that goes over. You won't do it. You guys love to just talk a big game on your podcast, and then you guys don't do shit.
They'll probably call up Lily Gaddis to do it again because she loves doing it.
Here's another thing. Another thing I'm adding once we win back the House and Senate. No more white men on podcasts. It's done. It's over. I don't care if you're actually good ones. It's canceled. I'm sorry. You can go to Theo Vaughn and Jake Paul and settle it with them. Yes, they ruined it for the whole class.
Suppress them.
Podcast anymore. None of you. Midas Touch. I'm sorry. Your podcast is over.
Yeah, you gotta go.
Gotta go.
You gotta
No
go.
more white men. And you know what? If we had to say white women too, I would go. Okay. It's okay.
No, you're good. You're a redhead, so.
But yeah, you guys are done. It's not. I don't even want to tariff on the microphones. It's just done. You go to make your little account. They're like, we can't. I'm so sorry. You don't have an account. You have to submit facial recognition.
You submit your voter roll, your race. Oh, white male? Oh, absolutely not. No.
Absolutely not. Denied. Access denied. That's how
You
we're
cannot
rolling.
purchase this. Like, oh, okay, he's not a Republican. Cool, cool. White. Oh, no, no, no. We
Nope.
cannot sell you this equipment by law. No, no,
We're
by
actually
law.
having somebody come over and take the equipment back. No, you don't get your money
Yeah.
back.
The police are actually on the way to your home right now.
Yeah. That's how. So enjoy your last year of your podcasts, because I'm adding that to the list. It's done. It's over. You guys have spoken too much. Joe Rogan, you guys are
For
done. I don't care how
real.
funny other white men think you are. You guys aren't fucking funny. It's just not funny. It is just the most sad, annoying shit
No,
in the
you're
world.
not
You guys are
interesting.
done.
You're not interesting. You're not interesting.
Just, and I'm about to get rid of the white comedians too. You guys are about to be done. You guys
Oof.
let racists come to your shows and just say whatever they want, and then you guys are like,
Matt Rife,
oh,
Tony
yeah, you
Hinchcliffe,
guys are done. All of you are done.
Bert
You're so done.
Kreischer,
Get your last rose.
Segura.
It's
Get
over.
it all out.
Yeah. Next, everybody thought Trump was dead. They thought he was big dead yesterday. He wasn't dead. Guys, as much as I cannot wait for the big, beautiful obituary, we gotta stop. We just have to stop. The
We
spiritual
got all
people are gonna tell you it's happening at all times of all day. You guys have to use your own discernment and your eyeballs.
you got all psyched for no reason.
Get all psyched. No, he's alive. Yes, he did skip Easter service because he wanted to be where he wanted to be, which is the Trump golf course in Virginia that he likes to frequent. And he took a little tour in his motorcade to find another spot for a statue of himself. Those are the things he cares about. He doesn't want to go to Easter service. No, he wants to go show up at the golf course, make sure everything is as it should be at his golf course in Virginia, and find a spot for another statue of himself.
Yeah.
Duh. What did you think he was going to do today?
You thought he was going to go to church?
Church? It is very funny that all the white Christian nationalists are like, we never said he was Christian. Goalpost.
Meanwhile, you said, oh, he has Christian values. He's a family man.
Somebody said he just finished a stressful rescue mission. Let him golf. If you're not a golfer, you don't understand that golf is a de-stressor. Let the man de-stress. And somebody commented back and said, you're acting like he's the one who went on the rescue mission. The rescue mission. You guys are insane. Insane.
You shouldn't be allowed to vote. You shouldn't be allowed to vote.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of, you shouldn't be allowed to vote. The good liars who are known for going to Trump rallies, events, and interviewing Trumpers and really getting them twisted up in their words, they interviewed people after the Artemis launch in Vegas, and they interviewed a flat earther who said, everyone has their own personal son. I have a son. You have a son. Yeah, not like a child, like the sun. Everybody has their own personal one. And when you walk towards it, it gets farther away, but it's not real. And it's actually cold. You guys aren't allowed to vote. Better yet, you guys get to actually go up there and you don't get to go vote.
If you don't pass the civics test, you get sent into the sun.
You go touch it. Since it doesn't exist, then you would love to get on a spaceship and go to wherever it's not. Go up there and find it yourself. Oh my God, they're sending up Katy Perry. You could go up next. No dream is too big. You guys aren't allowed to vote until you have debunked the sun. Unless you can give me evidence that we all have our own personal sun, groundbreaking, hard scientific evidence that the sun is cold, that it doesn't exist, and that I have my own personal one that doesn't exist, that is cold.
It's not a ball of gas. Depending on how bad you fail the civics test, so it's like it's going to be in tiers. You lose your driver's license. There's got to be something in the middle, and then you get fired directly into the sun. Haven't figured out the middle part yet.
Yeah, it's still a work in progress. We really started thinking about it today because I don't know what happened this week, or not even this week. The last 24 hours have just been...
None of you are in reality right now. None of you.
I know you guys love to move the goalpost, but what you will do to your own brains to move the goalpost needs to be, it will be studied throughout history, and your ancestors will be so embarrassed for you.
Even people on our side, none of you are tied to reality.
None of you. Okay? It's tiring. We are inching and inching closer to November. It is not coming fast enough. I've never wanted to see November so fast in my life. Actually, I take
Never.
that back. In 2020, I wanted to see November so bad.
Oh, yeah.
This
Yeah.
might
Yeah,
beat it, though. This might beat
this
it.
tops it. This tops it easily.
Yeah. All in all, Trump is alive as of today, April 5th. I'm so sorry to tell you this.
He's alive. We're in a war. We're in a government shutdown. Gas is almost $10.
We've won the war 5 times. We're gonna continue winning the war. We got to spend trillions of more dollars to do it.
Oh yeah, and what is it? Power Grid Day? Is that what he said? Power Grid Day and Bridge Day is Tuesday, 8 p.m. EST.
Yep, he not only did he tell them to open the fucking straight, but he did give them a little bit of extra time. He moved the deadline again for them. Taco. Am I right? I was laughing with Devin that the open the fucking straight or else is giving the Dr. Phil quote that's like, open the door or I'm gonna throw rocks through your window, you fucking whore. I think he watched that, somebody showed him that, and he said that's perfect.
Yes.
Yes. Steven, write that down.
Same. Write that down. Write that down.
And then Steven took it and said, open the fucking street.
You crazy bastard.
Crazy bastards are make your life a living hell.
The fact that they called them crazy bastards over the war that they started. These guys are out of control.
Lego diss track is gonna go.
Oh, I can't wait. It'll be by the time we wake up.
It's
yeah. Because they're doing one daily. I think they're doing like one once a day.
They are doing one daily. They're doing one daily. This one's probably already out. It's gonna be good.
It's gonna end in the release of a mixtape. I'm buying it. I'm buying it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
And they all slap. They all slap.
That's all we have for this week, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Be sure to tune in Thursday for another grassroots candidate interview. We're actually catching up now. We're pretty much back on schedule. Things are going to be crazy here because, guys, you need to open your eyes and learn that you don't just get to put your name on a ballot. Some people require signatures, some require a certain amount of nominations from the delegations. So it's craziness. So while that's all happening, unfortunately, some candidates are not getting onto the ballot, which is a whole issue in and of itself. But we are going to continue pushing here and getting out interviews every single week leading up to November, because over here, the elections are happening.
Yeah, period.
So if you haven't seen your grassroots candidate on Blue-Lusional, go ahead and send us their information so that we can get them on. We have interviews right now up and through June, which is awesome, and we would like to get it all the way through November. So do that. Please vote. There's special election, or not special elections, there's runoffs happening. Georgia, you got to show up again. You got to show up again, okay? April 10th, right?
Please. Yeah. Please.
Yeah. So
we can get another seat. Come on.
Please and thank you. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.